All right, Shalom. It's brothers from the Indianapolis camp. First, I want to start off by giving all glory and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Shalom to your fellow laborers doing the work in truth and in sincerity, especially during these times. All right, shalom to the few Akwaf that believe as well, and that are obedient. Shalom to the other laborers that are scattered abroad, even if you're among the heathen and like the heathen who are speckled Israelites, to the household of faith, which is the elect. I want to say shalom to you. All right, the brother Ardab with the brother.
Shocking.
And we're going to get into the M.O.T.B prophecy. We got a clip on the play. I want to say fair use. Of course, my video is not monetized. Truth be told, that's the name of the channel. My videos are not monetized, so with that fair use, only for literary commentary and educational purposes, and more importantly, biblical prophecy, man. As you can see, he says, this is the title of this video, he says digital ID is here and Bible prophecy is coming alive. Now, first of all, concerning Bible prophecy, the Lord set up men to proclaim his words, all right, publicly, which is who? The servants of prophets. And can you grab the book of Hosea 12 and 10?
Okay. This is the book of Hosea 12 and verse 10. It says, I have also spoken by the prophets, and I have multiplied visions and used similitudes by the ministry of the prophets.
See, there you go. You go back even to the beginning. The Lord always spoke through his servants of prophets, as a way of warning or telling before, right, he brings something to pass, And therefore, who's been prophesying, which is foretelling, about the prophecy of the M.O.T.B, which is biblical prophecy? It's the Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai through his mouthpiece, which is the prophets, his servants of prophets. Okay. Get Amos 3 and 7.
This is Amos 3 and verse 7. Surely the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai will do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets unto his servants the prophets.
See, the Lord give understanding, wisdom, and knowledge to his servants the prophets to proclaim and to break down his word. As it says in Habakkuk 2, what? To write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. Okay? So the prophets break it down and make it plain, which is understandable or easily understood to the people, so they can be warned. And to those that believe, take heed to the warning. The rest that don't take heed to the warning, well, it's on them. That their blood on their own head. You got something after that?
No.
Yeah. So this is how the Lord revealed, his word, right, to his servants and prophets to proclaim among the people. Okay. So the Heavenly Father, first he warns or tells what he's getting ready to do.
Precept.
Then he bring it to pass. You got Isaiah, what you got?
Habakkuk 2.
Oh, bring it out.
Habakkuk 2 and 2. And the Lord answered me and said,
Let's start at 1. Because we've been watching for this prophecy to come into fruition for some time.
Yeah.
And now more and more, you see videos on YouTube, digital ID, carbon footprint, different things of that nature. Go ahead.
Habakkuk 2 and 1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what shall I answer when I am reproved.
Right. And as a watchman, your job is important. You have a high important job. I mean, one of the most important jobs among the people. A watchman in the ancient world was set up on the tower, and depending on the time, he would have to watch. Night watch, day watch. Well, you go on one day at a time, whatever whatever the time was, you would stand firmly on that watch because the life of the people within the city gates or city walls depended on that watchman or watchmen around the different towers. Because you had different sides of the city walls that had what? Watchmen. Why? Because it could be a sneak attack. Enemies approaching, right? On all sides, right? Or different sides, the blind spots. So you had a watchman upon each angle that can see the enemy coming or danger coming. Go ahead.
It says, and the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it.
Yeah, you speak on that.
Okay, so yeah, so what's the visions? The visions is the prophecies. All right, so Yahweh Shimon Shai used his prophets to what? Break down these prophecies, basically to where a 5-year-old can understand it. Starting off with our apostle, Apostle Tahar, Apostle Gabar, Apostle Rakai, Apostle Ramla, all right, and even their elders, all right, they've been breaking it down for years. All right, so that what you can understand and what get right with Yahweh Shimon Shai. All right, so you don't be because within these prophecies is going to be great judgments. You take that M.O.T.B that we're about to go into. Hey, Yahweh Shimon Shai is going to leave you in that lake of fire.
Okay.
It says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. All right. So yeah, the prophecies. All right. Yahweh Shimon Shai, he got it in the set time. It's supposed to happen. All right. But it said what? But at the end it shall speak and not lie. So hey, Yahweh, it's going to come to pass. All right. We just don't know when. All right. But we know we're seeing the signs. All right. That what? The M.O.T.B is literally right at our door. It's about to open the door.
Okay.
Let me read a little bit more. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. So yeah, it's gonna come.
Yep. That's why you gotta keep watch. That's important. Excuse me. No man knows the time, right? But we watch. We watch for the prophecies to come to pass. When you're a watchman, you gotta constantly watch. If you keep in watch, won't none surprise you.
Yeah.
You can't get caught off guard because why? You was always alert. You was always aware. You being vigilant. So, let's click on the video again. Fair use, fair use. I wanted you to hear some of the rhetoric that's coming out of this. I don't know his name, but this channel handle is Truth Be Told. But he could be a Jake. I don't know, But he could be an Irishman. He got the little clover leaf on in the hat, But he knows that the digital ID is biblical prophecy, which that it is.
Yeah.
It is. So let's tune in again. Fair use, fair use. We want to see what he's talking about. So let's get into it.
Infrastructure, or you might see DPI, a phrase used repeatedly by the World Economic Forum, which is made up of mostly unelected people that have made themselves now the leaders of the world. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and give you some sources here to share with you what the World Economic Forum has been pushing. And this is just recently, but they've been talking about this for a while. The first one is an article.
And keep in mind, the World Economic Forum meets up every January in Davos. So that meeting and gathering of the elites, or the elites representatives that's talking about their plans and agenda or enterprise, that's coming up in about less than a month and a half, maybe. So yeah, that's on the way.
This here to share with you what the World Economic Forum has been pushing, and this is just recently, but they've been talking about this for a while. The first one is an article that says digital public infrastructure, DPI, is key to a connected future. Makes it sound so good. We want to be connected. DPI refers to the essential digital systems and platforms that enable individuals, businesses, and communities to participate in the digital economy and society. These systems function as a core framework to facilitate reliable, safe, and equitable access to digital goods and services and empower stakeholders to build value through scaled digital capacities. I love how they make it sound so nice, like equitable, goods and services, empower, value. These are key words that I believe are there on purpose. Digital public infrastructure is built on physical infrastructure, like here's your data centers. You want to know why they're pushing data centers? They got to have them in order to centralize all this, and communication networks. Why is there cell phone towers and fiber optic and everything imaginable being built up? It's because a system is being created and includes foundation elements like digital ID protocols and data exchange platforms, and extends up to digital interfaces engaged directly by users. This is not some kind of a minor update that we're going through. This is the creation of a one system that determines whether you can work, travel, buy, or even participate in society at all.
I mean, with that being said, let's grab Revelation 13. Because, I mean, that's exactly what the prophecy says. You know, Bible Shah, can you read from Bible Shah?
Revelations 13 and verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads.
God, and we know that when you look up the word mark, it goes into what? The Greek word charagma, all right, which is imprinted mark. Okay, imprint is a synonym or a synonym word for imprint is implant, embed, sketch, right? Engrave, all right? And what are they going to engrave or embed or implant within you? This digital mark, okay, this digital awe, which will make you a perpetual slave, you know? And in doing that, well, you're going to be under, total surveillance, total control of the elites, because that's what they want. That's what this world, he mentioned the one government, right?
Yep.
The one world government, the NWO, which we go into it all the time. It's on your dollar bill. How many times we brought that out over the years? But that's what the enterprise of the elites is. This one world government, you hear about the CBDCs, the central bank and digital currency. But who controls the central banks? The elites of this world. The Chaldeans, the modern day Chaldeans are the Amalekites. They was the elites of the Neo-Babylonian Empire, and now you come back to Babylon the Great, right? Or the daughter of Babylon. The Chaldeans today would be the Amalekites, the tiny tops, right? The J to the Ish people, All the central banking families, all right, are involved in this. Why? Because they want to make everyone perpetual slaves. Okay, keep reading.
Verse 17. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name.
Right. He mentioned what? Everything. It's like everything that this M.O.T.B. All right, as far as capabilities, all right, what it's going to, allow. And you got to remember too that this is the digital, the digital all where they can cut it off. They can cut you off just like that. Like right now, they can cut you off, but there's ways you can get around it. You still can use cash right now, but a lot of places not even accepting cash no more. Because we at that time. If you go to the fucking gym, you can take cash in there. You got a car or you got a car on file, right? So you want to buy food? Guess what? The new payment system is going to be what? This device.
Yep.
You want to speak on that?
Yeah, because he's trying to be like Yahweh Shimon Shah. He's trying to control, how much food you get. He's trying to first off, he's trying to have, as the scriptures say, his eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of men, roughly paraphrasing. He's trying to be like that, and people don't understand that, hey, this is going to be a scary fucking world. This is going to be a scary, terrible, this is some terrible shit, That's why we're what? That's why the prophets out here telling you get right with y'all about Shimon Shah. So that you don't take this M.O.T.B. It's a great judgment for it. It's a great judgment for it. All right.
Con. And that's a good point you make. Because you know why? When I'm driving, you gotta watch out for them cameras. Those little black cameras that you see. When you driving down the street, they got a camera, got a radar built in it, and they can mail you a ticket. Because that shit can pick up your license plate, tell you how fast you was going, all that shit. It's in the neighborhoods, on the highways. So not only it can see who walking down, riding down, your phone, you can track, because the M.O.T.B is a tracking device as well.
Yeah.
Your identity going to be on it. This is the book of 2 Chronicles 16 and verse 9. It says, "For the eyes of the Lord run to and fro throughout the whole earth to show himself strong in the behalf of them whose heart is perfect toward him." So the thing is, the Lord's eyes see everything. He sees everything. Okay? Like the brother mentioned, he quoted that precept. That was one of the ones I was thinking about too. That's the spirit, bro. Because the eyes of the Lord are always watching. And guess what? With the cameras, I brought the camera thing. That's Esau. He got cameras everywhere. He can see what happened here, what happened there. By what? Accessing it digitally. Let's go back to the video here a little more.
At all. So I'm going to share with you, if you don't believe me yet, I'm going to let you hear from, his name is Sir Keir Kramer. I'm bad with names, my gosh. Keir Starmer. He's the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. I actually shared a video with this not that long ago, but I want to share it with you here. Again, what he just recently said.
This government will make a new free-of-charge digital ID mandatory for the right to work by the end of this Parliament. Let me spell that out. You will not be able to work in the United Kingdom if you do not have digital ID.
You can't get more clear than that. There he is, a prime minister saying, if you don't get this, done with. That's how let's just be honest. That's how the vaccine started, right? First it's voluntary, then it's strongly encouraged, and then it's required for convenience. So if you want to go places, you got to have this digital ID. Then it's required for absolute access, and then required for survival. One ID, connected to everything, able to restrict purchases, travel, fuel, food, alcohol, carbon usage, whatever it is, whatever they want to say, and of course, speech. So this is what the WEF actually wants. Their direct goals, in their own words, is a unified data platforms, tokenization of all assets, digital identity as a core to participate in this digital economy, and then global governance, completely everything controlled, even in what they're calling in the metaverse. So I want to share with you.
So let's grab Revelation 3 and 10. And so, think about the one world government, or the NWO, right? New Order of Ages, Novos Ordo Seclorum. Well, the word government itself goes into what? Mind control. The word govern means to control, and ment is short for mental, which that's the mind. Matter of fact, let's see, can I pick it up? On etymology. Excuse me. It says, I like the Google one too. The word government, act of governing or ruling, system by which a thing is governed. Here you go. It says, from Old French government, control, direction, administration, to steer, be at the helm, with the head. Let's see. All right. Because what they're gonna guide, control, or direct is one's mind. Let's see. I'm gonna go to Google and get it.
Yeah, I got the Google one.
Okay.
It says the governing body of a nation, state, or community, the system by which a nation, state, or community is governed. It says the relationship between a governed and a governing word.
Click on the let me see that. Click on the it's the arrow one. Let me see. It's the arrow, and they go back to the origins as well. Let me see here. I think when they say show more. Look, they even changing that. They even changing that as well. All right.
But even in the Google, it shows it's two different it's two different how can I say, nouns, govern, all right, and then mint, all right. So govern going into control, and then that mint going into mental, your mind,
Okay.
you know.
See the blue letter got it. Okay. Dominion, power, lordship, that goes into it as well, but in particular, it goes, the word mint goes back to mental. But hey, you can look up on your own time. You gotta dig and search for things these days, let me see if I can get it. Mint origin meaning.
I thought I had looked it up not too long ago too.
Yeah. I'm looking for it right now. The word mint. Because when you dig deep for it, you gotta dig deep for these kind of words. Because Esau changing things, this is a digital device, the phone we're using, but at the same time, he can change it digitally. Like you get an old dictionary from like 10 years ago, and you can look at the word, and pretty much you can see that it has something different than what it has today. Okay. So yeah, pretty much. Anyways, you can look it up on your own time. You'll see. You gotta dig a little deep for it. In a little minute, but hey, you'll find that what I'm saying is actually absolutely correct. Government means control. What they going to control? Your mind. That's why you look at politicians when they're speaking to you. What are they doing? They're spewing out words that get your heart or mind into what? To buy into what they're saying. And to be in agreement with them. Because why? It's playing on your emotions. If they can say things that can cause you to believe what they're saying is to be true, even though it could be a total lie. Well, they got the heart of the people.
Yes, scripture say, "Oh, what his words are smoother than butter."
Mm-hmm.
So hey, this man is a. What does scripture say in Genesis? He was more
Genesis 4.
Yeah.
3. It's like 3.
God, yeah.
Yeah, talking about the serpent.
Subtle than any beast of the earth, roughly paraphrasing.
Yeah.
So hey, he knows how to, he been studying, everybody. He studies the people. So he knows how to say what to say and then bring out fake stats or statistics or whatever. All right, and then next thing you know, what? You're gonna have a lot of people down for this M.O.T.B just because of his words,
God, it says in Psalms 58 that the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Also, it says what? That he was a liar from the beginning, and says he abode not in the truth, because why? That's what he was set to do, to lie and to deceive. Yep. So you could tell that the old serpent, all right, is the man that's ruling the day. Okay. All right? It's the serpent, Cain, Esau, same spirit. Same spirit. It's back today. Going back to the brother was quoting, those are the three classifications of men: the sons of the wicked, sons of men, sons of the Most High. The sons of the wicked came from who? Came through that serpent. Mm-hmm. Which later became what? Cain. Cain and his seed. Cain was known as the wicked one. After the flood, the wicked came back in the earth. Mm-hmm. All the nations came back. the sons of men, which is, the heathen, sons of the wicked, the Edomites, the sons of the Most High, which is the Israelites.
And you know that there was the sons of the wicked because that curse that Yahweh Shemel Shah put on, that curse of leprosy, what's the word? Not
The word you look up on Genesis 3.
Basically, because with them, if we get leprosy, man.
Are you talking about the leprosy itself, as far as the disease? It's a lack of melanin, lack of pigment.
Yeah.
Lack of pigment. The word leprosy goes to like a skin disease where your skin is discolored. It becomes discolored, and it turns to what so-called white flesh, which really they're not white, they're red. And that's going back to the mark of Cain, after he murdered Abel. But then they came back as Esau. The line of the wicked came back. Now they're born with leprosy. Yep. They're leopards from birth, versus their forefather Cain. He was so-called black male, brown pigment, but because of his act of murder, the Lord took it from him. That's why people was trying to kill him. But back to Revelation 3 and 10. Because that was a good point, bro. Because Esau is going to deceive a lot of people.
Yeah, because he deceived them to believe that so-called being white is the closest thing to Yahweh Shemel Shah. It's like.
No, good point, bro. And guess what? He know that the minds of people are like sheep. As far as the mind, in particular, the minds of our people, especially, it's 2/3. They don't look at the truth as something to cling to or hold on to. So they could be easily deceived into getting that fucking M.O.T.B. because they trust in the shadow of Egypt. So when Esau rolls out, guess what? Jake want to get paid. Jake want to get paid. He want to eat. Drink and be merry. So guess what? The M.O.T.B. without giving any thought to it or considering, is an easy choice for them. Because they're gonna be in a desperate situation. If you don't work, how you gonna get some fucking food? Who want to starve to death? And so we know the truth. We know that Yahweh Shemel Shah gonna feed us in these dark times that we're coming into. We're gonna drink. We're gonna have water in these dark times. So our trust is in Yahweh Shemel Shah that we're those elect men. All right, that He's gonna cause to be eating and drinking in those days, because why? We are His. And we can read.
Revelations 3 and 10, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth.
Yeah, the word world goes into wicked meaning, the inhabited earth. Because those so-called third world countries, they even gonna be presented the M.O.T.B. It said what? Small and the great, rich and poor, free and bond. That covers everyone. And they still have technology in these third world countries. So they can be on the system as well. They can go to they got internet, they got some towers, make phone calls and shit, so they still can be tracked. Satellite tracking, this phone, this device. How you think you can find your fucking phone? Somebody steal your phone, you can track it, find them. You can find your fucking phone. But yeah, it's gonna be a great time of testing for the whole world to try the people on earth. Mainly who? The Israelites. And if you take this M.O.T.B., that's it. You've chose your. Hey, the scripture say, "What? Choose you this day who you gonna serve." If you take that digital, R, the M.O.T.B., you've chosen Esau as your God. That's why it says in 2nd Ezra 15:4, right? We get this real quick. Because that's really fucking adultery, you know? Which adultery goes into what? Tolerating on, because not adultery, but adultery is committing, act of going outside your husband. All right, the Lord being, the husband of the nation of Israel, and
Jealousy.
also that's provoking the Lord into jealousy, because why? We're made to serve Him, and the word jealousy goes into tolerating no unfaithfulness, So you're gonna die. Well, I'm gonna read it. 2nd Ezra 15:4, it says, "For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness." The Lord gonna punish you, man, if you take this digital M.O.T.B or digital all. The M.O.T.B is a sure ticket to get you destroyed by thermonuclear fire. Or one of the plagues. The Lord can have you, cause you to be put to death, by many different things. The point is, you ain't gonna make it. For you Israelites out there that take this M.O.T.B, you ain't gonna fucking make it. If you're here in Babylon, you're gonna be cast to what? The lake of fire. What's that? Revelation 19:20. Let me get that in close. I think it's let me see. It's 19:20.
Revelations 19:20. And the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast.
So he deceived them. Go ahead. And remember, the scripture say what? The deceived and the deceiver are his. So if your ass deceived, the Lord wants you to be deceived. That's part of the duality of the Lord. It says the deceived, I mean the person that accepted that lie or believed that lie, and the one that's telling the lie, the Lord set that up. Go ahead.
In them that worshipped his image, these both were cast alive into a lake of fire, burning with brimstone. And the remnant were slain with the sword of him that sat upon the horse, which sword proceeded out of his mouth, and the fowls were filled with their flesh.
And so the remaining, the ones you Israelites out here that take that M.O.T.B, that mark, that charagma, that digital all, making you a perpetual slave to Esau, you're going to be cast in the lake of fire. That's here in Babylon, so-called America. That's the judgment, man. And so you've been warned. There's been several warnings. Many warnings have gone out about this major prophecy right here. All right? So, hey, we're going to get ready to close. You got anything else out? Yeah, Lord, when you've been edified, we want to give all honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, B'Hakadash. Hey, shalom to the Lord's elect. And the Lord, when you've been edified, to the end, shalom.
Shalom.